Oh, man. You know what I love?
What's that?
I love beating the shit. I would not beating the. We didn't beat the shit out of them, but I love beating the Bengals, man. But you know what I love more so? I love beating the Bengals 5 years in a row. No. But you know what I love more than that?
What?
I love beating them when we have nothing but a practice squad team
Like legitimately
playing tonight
We're not
in
kidding.
their own stadium.
We're not even kidding. Our entire offense was nothing but a practice squad group
Yeah.
of players.
To the point that we had to bring in a third string quarterback who did not even make the initial 53-man roster at the beginning of the year. He came in, and although it wasn't really much of a big comeback, but it was a comeback nonetheless. He came in.
The thing was,
and helped us win and came back for the victory.
Yeah, because the thing was, you had the lead. You had the lead in your hands. But guess what? Bungles are going to bungle.
Every time, man. And
every year, every time, every game, and it will be the same way for the rest of your franchise.
Exactly.
That's nothing but fact.
Exactly,
That
man.
is a fact.
Bengals fall to 0-11. They're pretty much on the way to the number 1 overall pick. We win 16-10. Pretty ugly game, but if you look at it, of course, obviously, we didn't have our number 1 quarterback. We didn't have our number 1 running back. We didn't even have our number 1 receiver today. We didn't even have our number 1 center. Like,
our entire offense was nothing but practice squad players that were pretty much waived, and we picked them back up.
Right. Now, although that come into play, and that's probably the reason for an ugly win, this offense has been nasty and disgusting and depressing all year, honestly, and times like this are times where everyone, including the coaching staff, needs to step up and come in with a good game plan, and they didn't. Honestly, the offense didn't start striking until Devin Hodges came in because, listen, we like Mason a lot. We were incredibly high on him coming out of Oklahoma State. We even proclaimed that he is the future, and a part of us still thinks that, honestly. Now, he still has a lot to learn.
Without a doubt.
I don't think Mason is a bad quarterback. He's still young. He's in his second year. He obviously wasn't ready for the position that he was in when Ben came out and he came in as our starter for the remainder of the year.
Right.
He clearly wasn't ready for that. I don't think he's a bad quarterback. He just needs to work on decision-making and pocket presence. That's really it, honestly. And, of course, accuracy.
You can clearly tell he still needs more development. Like, he's got talent, but it's very raw talent.
Yeah.
He still needs a lot of development. Like, I'm still a little bit high on Mason. I really am, but I am a little bit... Now, I didn't expect him to go out there and sling it like a Patrick Mahomes or Drew Brees. But he played very poorly. And he has been doing that for pretty much the majority of the year, especially on the road.
Not necessarily majority. I would say, honestly, the past 2 games, because I think he's done a pretty admirable and solid job for most of the year. But these last 2 weeks...
But that's what hurts us the most.
Of course.
Because we're pretty much fighting for a number 6 seed, which thankfully we're at right now, but we need to make sure that we're there for the rest of the season.
Right. We need to remain in the place that we're at right now.
So I am a little bit disappointed. A little bit. I am very disappointed in Mason Rudolph, but I feel like he just still needs a lot of development.
Yeah, and a year under Ben again next year could do wonders for him. Who knows, man? Time will tell with him. But
was it time to put Hodges in? Yes.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing the job. It was nothing but punts, turnovers, etc.
And again, and the same thing could be said with Hodges because we kind of saw it with Hodges. His environment is not helping him at all. The environment around Mason is not helping him at all. The OC is still questionable as fuck. I don't know why he's even still on the coaching staff. I don't know why he still has a home in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, because the thing was, this is arguably the worst defense in the league today in the Bengals.
Yeah.
The fact that you could even get more than 3 points in the first half, you need to be questioned. Whether you're a player or a coach, you need to be questioned, especially Fickner.
Oh, for sure.
Like, come on. I understand you don't have a number 1 quarterback, you don't have a number 1 receiver, running back, etc. But you need to do something. I've seen much worse offenses do way better against the Bengals.
With less talent. And that also goes for the players. The offensive line wasn't necessarily there today. They applied a lot of pressure. They didn't really help Mason or Devlin a lot. However, we did see a a good glimpse of what two different type of quarterbacks they clearly are when being pressured and all. We'll get into that later. And, of course, receivers. I mean, James Washington stepped up big time. Deion Kane made one hell of a catch, one great adjustment. His only catch of the game, but still a hell of a catch. Vance McDonald still can't get established. The rushing game was actually pretty nice.
We established the rushing game very well today. Yeah. I'm actually surprised by that.
Benny Snell had a good game statistically, 21 carries for 98 yards. Kareth White had a few big runs, honestly, early on that for some reason he was taken out, which I don't know why. I really wanted to see more of Kareth White. He was really starting to get the offense going. He's really starting to get everything sparking up and shit. He was looking real good, and then for some reason he was benched, and we rarely saw him the rest of the game. So hopefully we see a little bit more from him as the weeks go on. That is if he continues to be on the 53 and shit. With Ryan Switzer out for the year, he could still have a spot for kick returns, but I hope we do see him and his speed in this offense a little more because it looked a little nice in that offense to see a little bit of spark, a little bit of speed, a little bit of promise there, especially in the rushing game. And, of course, like we said, Benny Snell stepped up and shit. So, but other than that, offense didn't really do much until Devlin Hodges came in and immediately flings it 79 yards to James Washington, who made B.W. Webb his bitch, like Le'Veon Bell made Dre Kirkpatrick his bitch for like 3 straight fucking years and shit. It's like, we just own the fucking Bengals, man. It's fucking cool as hell, but still.
Like, we're literally in the worst shape we've ever been in God knows how long.
Offensively.
And the Bengals still couldn't beat us.
Yeah.
Like, the Browns were able to beat us before the Bengals. Yeah. Like, that's kind of, listen,
granted, the Browns
have
are
more
much better,
talent, yes, but that's kind of sad, knowing what the Browns are.
Right.
I'm just saying.
But nonetheless, man, Devlin Hodges came in, and I think he did real good. I think we got to stick with him, at least for next week, against the Browns for more reasons than, just because he looked good. Of course, the Browns got Rudolph's number, and we all know what happened last time, so do we really want to bring in that drama and that story into this game next week against the Browns with Rudolph?
Yeah, I think if Rudolph's in there, the whole...
Oh, yeah, everything's going to
explode. It's just going to get way more chaotic than it was back in Cleveland.
Exactly. It's going to be nasty. So, not only should we bench Rudolph for that reason, but at the same time, Hodges did look real good in this game. He looked more comfortable. He had better pocket presence. He looked better on his feet. And the thing about Hodges is that when he's under pressure, he can make plays on his feet. And that honestly kind of helps us more because, pass protection has been a little questionable all year. Receivers aren't necessarily stepping up, although they kind of are now, but, still. And the rushing game is still here and there. So with Hodges able to make plays on his feet, it could extend drives, it could move the change, it could spark the offense a little bit in that manner. But at the same time, Hodges looked good with his accuracy, with his composure, and his, like I said, his pocket presence and his throws and shit. So he looked pretty decent, honestly.
Yeah, I felt like he was a little more content, a little more relaxed, and pretty much a new breath of fresh air for the Steelers offense, which we desperately needed. As you saw with Mason, he couldn't get anything going, unfortunately.
Right. Now, this could also benefit Rudolph as well. Who knows? This could make him a better quarterback in the long run. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Time will tell. But other than that, James Washington's 79-yard throw in the rushing game. Outside of that, nothing magical happened on offense. Offense is still lacking. Offense is still depressing. But I think we got to move on with Hodges, at least for the Browns game. See what he does. We're the 6th seed right now. I don't want to say that we got nothing to lose because we have the playoff spot to lose. But at the same time, let's see what he's got, man. Mason isn't looking too good right now, unfortunately. So give Hodges the stage.
Exactly. Let's see if we can keep this train going.
Right. Let's see what he's made of, man. I think it'd be a real good stage for him. And if he performs well, then maybe we got to run with him. But we'll see, man. I think we ought to run with Hodges, at least for next week. So, as for the defense is still phenomenal.
Played great. They played great.
Outside of 2 big plays to Tyler Boyd, Edmonds fucking sucks in coverage. And that touchdown to Tyler Boyd. Other than that, defense looked real good. Pressure was great. TJ Watt is still a monster, although he got somewhat injured in this game, but I'm hearing it's minor, so hopefully
that's good to hear.
Hopefully that's the case, thank God. And Bud Dupree, man, with the strip sack that pretty much sealed the game and shit. Phenomenal play by Bud Dupree. He's really starting to show up and showing that he is worth a possible contract extension or even a franchise tag, depending on how much the franchise tag for the linebacker position is next year.
No doubt he's having a career year. Like I've been like he's way past my expectations this year.
We have been very critical of Bud Dupree the last few years, especially earlier on in the season. But, man, has he just turned it up this year, man. Big time, man.
I would say moving him to the opposite side from what he was, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He's a whole lot better.
Right, and honestly, last year he could have had double-digit sacks if it wasn't for all the holds and everything that was holding him back last year and shit. Now he's on pace to have a double-digit sack year along with TJ Watt, man. And that tandem, if we keep them together, if they keep this train going, man, if they keep this roll going, holy shit, it could be another great pass rush tandem, man, along with the defensive line and with Devin Bush making plays. Getting Mark Barron off the field, he fucking sucks.
Mark Barron.
Play Vince Williams more.
Yes.
Keith Butler said that he benched Devin Bush because he wants to see more from Mark Barron and see what he's made of. Well, we've seen what he's made of, and he's fucking garbage. Yeah, he had he almost had a safety and shit because he was unblocked, and he made one good solid tackle for loss and shit, but he still fucking sucks.
He's god awful.
Play Vince Williams more, man.
He literally had a pass interference play and a holding penalty at the same time.
Yeah,
that's god awful.
Mark Barron sucks, but yeah, man, this defense is still looking real good. Granted, yes, it was the Bengals and shit, but hey, man, defense is still looking strong. They're keeping up the momentum. They're keeping the wheels going. And against the Browns next week, they just got to keep it up and, make plays next week as well along with this offense. So we're 6-5 right now. We have the 6th seed in the AFC right now, so real good look. Really needed this win. Was pretty ugly, but we'll take it. Really needed it, so good shit. We sweep the Bengals this year for, I believe, the 5th straight year in a row, man. Correct me if I'm wrong. So good shit, man. Real good shit. Really excited for next week, see what Hodges does if he gets to start. Tomlin has not confirmed that. He doesn't know his plans yet, whether it's Mason or Hodges. We suggest Hodges just to see how he looks, see if this offense has a new sense of life and light and all that good shit. So, I don't know, man. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what Tomlin says. And let's get ready for the Browns, man. Real good win. Much needed win. Ugly, but we'll take it and shit. Just keep the wheels going. Keep the train going. And let's hope for the playoffs, man. Let's go in the Browns and give them a taste of their own fucking medicine. Get some payback and shit off of the bullshit that we had last week and shit. So, let's get it, man. Against the Browns, back home and shit. So, should be good. Let us know your guys' thoughts about the game and everything down in the comments below. And see you guys next one, man.
Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you later.
Peace!